Hi everybody, welcome to Kelle's Corner. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to talk about fear, and I want to kind of knock it out of the park so you're not fear-based anymore. How do we do that? We do that through challenging ourselves so that we don't become fear-based. We learn to clear our energy out, right? You clear your energy every day. You create yourself this beautiful protective bubble. You see things in good light, so you see your country in good light. You see your energy in good light. You see your energy of love and peace, all right? Remember, we can't go through a pandemic and not clear our energy. It's that important, okay? It's like going into coming out of a bad relationship, which we've all been there before in past days. I'm sure we all have. I would think you're lucky if you didn't at some point, in the dating scene. But you go back into, you would never like keep reliving that relationship, that negativity, what a negative space that was, right? If you did not expect a new person to come into your world to love you, right? So we can't dwell on things that have happened. We go into fear-based mode. When people start to be that negative partner and say, oh, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, fear, 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 fear. You know what? Back off. No, your energy is too important. You have to honor your soul path, whom you are, what you're about. You can't go into that space. When you do, what happens? You lower your consciousness, you lower your vibration, you learn to accept fear. Okay, it's kind of like bad parenting. All right, it's like those parents who always throw fear into their kids, right? And then they grow up to be paranoid kids, and they're fearful and they're anxious, and the world's going to fall out from underneath them, and they become adults, and then they act that way too. All right, so this is really important. I'm kind of doing this analogy of a past relationship, a negative relationship, to what a pandemic is, to what dynamics are around the world, but I'm keeping it simple because I want you to get it. So you would never want to do that in a relationship that was negative, right? So same thing here. You don't want to do that in your own life when we're affected by world events or dynamics. You need to be very strong. You need to be kind of warrior mode, okay, with your energy. And you need to realize that the importance of you is super duper important. And it's important to realize that no one can take that away from you. Your soul, your path, who you are, your energy, your vibration, okay? Don't go into low consciousness. There is no need for that. And we're in a space, which thank goodness, that we're raising our vibration. We're learning where we were a couple of years ago to where we are now. Gosh, we've learned so much about ourselves, which is fantastic. We've become more holistic. We've learned dynamics on how to heal ourselves. But most importantly, what I want to say to you, don't forget that you have to heal yourself spiritually, energetically, so that you don't get affected by negative things. You don't get by negative talk, or you don't get negative. You don't buy in. And that's what is a super important piece for you to know. Teach your children this. Teach your husband this. Your wife this. Your partners, right? If we don't shift and change with what is happening, you know what? We'll never learn. We'll never go forward. So spirit is all about moving forward. Their energy is always about, let's go. Come on, speed, let's go. And this is really where you're going through this great phase. I want to look at it that way. It's perfect. So you need to remember that you can do this. You can handle things. We're pretty amazing thinking about what we all did this past few years, right? And you know what? We're only going to be more amazinger. Is there such a word? But I just made that up. And that's what I want to say to you. Remember that, how great you are. And, we're always being filled with such negativity and things, and we get kind of, become Debbie Downers and of things, and you don't want to do that anymore. Or you become the Karens. Ooh, you know what? Don't go there either, and don't buy into that energy. That can be some scary stuff in that when people want to be that way. So this is really about challenging yourself. You clear your energy. You realize that you're a powerful person inside and out, okay? You protect your world, your country. We can't go through anniversaries and dynamics of things, and we always get scared and paranoid, and not paranoid, scared, but fear-based, right? When you have to go through an anniversary if someone passes and dies, or something that occurred to you, like with an accident, or we remember those dates, right? But those dates, when we remember them, are not they're to challenge us a bit, to realize, gosh, look how far we've come, and look at the dynamics of what you experienced, and look how a betterment that you are. You know, I look at like September 11th as I always call it September 10, because I was in a spirit circle in that moment, and in those spirit circles that I was in, learning how to do this work, that evening we had so many weird connections. It was like our guides were preparing us for what was happening the next day, and we were seeing, firemen, and we were seeing buildings collapse, and we were seeing in the circle, and we were seeing George Bush's face and fire, and we were seeing all this crazy stuff. I kid you not, real truth. It's in my book, Listen Up, the Other Side is Talking. I talk about it. But what that was doing is it was preparing us to what was to come. All right. Now I look back on that and I think, my gosh, thank goodness, because we had no idea what was going to happen the next day. But with this too, I want to say, you know what? Those people that took their lives for us, and I say that, okay, that left this world at the same time, they were true warriors. All right. Their warrior energy, whom they were, that, it's rather amazing when you think on who they are, and who their families became, and what they did after, and honor their families, right? So, you know what? Don't forget that we're like that too, right? We have lots of warrior spirit in us. We have lots of dynamics of love and light and kindness, right, that we share every day with people. And you know what? This fear of, when you see negative situations or dynamics, you know what? Shift a little bit. Send it love. Send it love. Don't send it fear. It's doing you no good, and that's what's not needed. But most importantly, you know what? Take the time to think on how you want to behave, how you want to act. You know what? And realize that you have such source in you, from your spirit, from your guides, from your loved ones on the other side who are guiding you still, and not to forget that. I want everybody, three things I'm going to tell you. Stay optimistic. New beginnings are going to happen. And there's a sense of opportunity and magic of things that you're going to touch, okay, with your life, with different dynamics of things that can occur, and expect that. So those expectations are where you're at. Expect the good, not the negative. And you know what? You'll be so much more grounded. You're so much more healed. You know what? I want to say to you, and really, no one's actually recognizing how proud everybody is. But you need to hear this message, because your guides know how they're very proud of you. Their energy is around you. They're trying to help and heal. And you know what? You're really powerful within your space. And you know what? That's where you're to be honored today. We're doing a lot of honoring this week, especially for tomorrow. But I would just want to give this message out to all of you, to honor yourself. And no more fear-based. Only in a great presence of what you will be is to be in compassion, peace within your soul, and to understand that you have to remember to heal yourself within. It's a really important message today, and you'll do that through through grounding, and through clearing your energy, and to keeping things light around you. And don't buy into fear. You know what? Please don't. It's not a healthy space to be, and it will do just harm. So that's my message for today. I thank you for listening, and I wish you all blessed day, blessed weekend. Along with that, if you need to get in touch with me, you can do that through psychicmediumkelly.com at my website. And everybody have a great day. Take good care.